The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. Emir Smith-Marset now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
Let's not forget, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Pass complete to Neighbors. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch. And that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection. And while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Giants.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Deep for the Bills is Brandon Codrington. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category?
And he'll take this to about the 28. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Third down, they need 5. From the gun, throw here for Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Bills first down.
Those third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's taken in. It's James Cook. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Allen gonna throw for it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The Bills with it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Allen now on 2nd down. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. This has been a picture-perfect opening drive. You would have hated for it to get stopped there. Fortunately for them, they get a nice run on 3rd down, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Cook. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. at the 3, second down and goal. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. He's got his big tight end. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Eric Gray to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Greg Russo, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Jamie Gillen on now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Contrington to return it. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bills offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. Here's Allen to throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 46, here's second and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. On first and 10, it's Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Putting the tight end in motion. To the air. On second down, here's Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So, after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. To the goal line and in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills move out on top, 14-0. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Gray going to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. He takes off. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the 1st down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Now Russ. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. Here's Wilson. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Oh, he overshoots him. Could have been a touchdown. Instead, just goes down as an incompletion. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker, and that's going to be a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Javon Holland up to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They bring their tight end right. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on 3rd and short. So, instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. That one on target to Moore. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Buffalo.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In motion, Shakir. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Short pass taken in by Knox. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing again. It's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
This one complete to Palmer. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. Back over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That is caught side of the end zone. Dawson Knox, touchdown Buffalo. He's got another one, his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Smith-Marsette. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Allen will give this to Davis. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here is Allen. And nice work after the catch is stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for 1 extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the 1st down.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. He'll go again with Davis. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
To the air on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
In motion, Shakir. Here's Allen. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Extra point try by Bass. The kick is good. And the Bills are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Smith-Marset. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. On the give, it's Tracy. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.